Hey guys, my name is Antonik and I'm going to share with you my favorite ways of using this foam roller. Now I'll explain really quick what a foam roller is. It's just basically, this one is like a piece of PVC tube with foam all around it. So it's very rigid and it doesn't have a lot of give. Alright? So what happens is when you get a massage, when someone massages you, they apply a lot of pressure, right? And that gets the knots out, hopefully. Well, what happens with this is that instead of someone massaging you, you roll your body over it, and the pressure of your own body weight helps to get the knots out. Alright? So, I'm going to demonstrate with you a few of my favorite ways of using this. It doesn't work for every single part of your body, but it works for many. So, that's why I love it. This is basically the thing that sold me on this. Was how well it works for the upper back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid the lower back and avoid the neck. Alright? So I lift my butt up, put my hands behind my head, and just roll back and forth like this. This is pretty amazing if you've never done this before. You can also give yourself a bear hug to spread the shoulder blades apart and expose the muscles in the center of your spine. So you roll over the upper back like that. You can also raise your arms overhead. There's all sorts of things, all sorts of ways you could use this. Alright? And then afterwards, you could just put your neck and head underneath like this over the roller, and then just look left and right for a nice relaxing neck massage. Not everything needs to be aggressive. This is very relaxing. Then from there, I move on to my calves. If you're a runner at all, this will hurt a lot. So, you just put your foot on like this, and then your other leg on top to apply more pressure. Lift your butt off, and just roll back and forth. So it's pretty intuitive. Everything I'm doing is pretty simple. And you just have to explore like this, okay? And you could also turn the calf, let's say, toward the camera or away from the camera like this, so I could just get the sides of the calves, all right? And then from there, I do the front of my shins, this part right here, there's no point in massaging the shin bone, but if you massage, there's muscle lateral to the shin bone, and you can massage that area by simply just putting your shin on top, putting your other leg on top, and then just rolling it over back and forth. And so this gets the front if you just bias toward the lateral aspect. From there, I just move on to my quads, the muscles in front of your thigh right here. These hurt a lot and it feels really relaxing when you do this part in particular. So you notice that I have this leg off to help put all the pressure on my left leg as I roll back and forth. So this will feel excruciating the first time you do this. You can stay on one spot, you can straighten the leg, bend the leg, straighten the leg. You can do it with straight legs, back and forth. You can do it with bent legs the whole time. You just have to explore. You can go all the way up to your hip bone, so you can get into the hip flexors, really deep muscles there in the corners, and then you could transition to your IT band, which is basically the side of your thigh. Okay? And this part usually hurts the most. And again, you could bend your knees, straighten your knees, and just try all these different variations. And you could go all the way up to your hip bone. So like right here. And you could get muscles there as well, surrounding your hip. Alright? So those are basically my favorite ways of using the foam roller. The upper back, the neck, the calves, the shin, the muscles next to the shin, the quads, the side of the thighs, and the hip flexors. So it gets these areas really well for me. It doesn't work so well for hamstrings or my glutes. It doesn't work that well. For other parts of my body, I use a lacrosse ball. So I'll make another video for a lacrosse ball, but this is one of my favorite tools because it gets huge areas of your bodies very effectively. And this one in particular is very rigid, so you can use it for a long time and it feels great. It hurts, but it feels great afterwards. And it's also good because it's see-through, right? So you could go traveling with this, and it doesn't really take up much room in your luggage because you can stuff clothes in there or put other random items in here so that it doesn't actually take up a lot of space. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you like hearing my voice, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.